Go, winner, Ultraman. Go, winner, Ultraman. Go, winner, Ultraman. Go, winner, Ultraman.
Ultraman power.
Ultraman, he is super powered. Powered Ultraman, ultimate hero. Okay, I cannot squeeze that Cock Rangers theme song, can I? But yes, Secret Ultraman. There we go. Okay, yep. Hello everyone. Welcome to the UltraQuest podcast here on the Morphin Network. And yes, you're probably wondering, what am I wearing? Well, you know, if we're going to make an American version of a non-American property, I may as well wear an American shirt of a non-American band. Yes. And yes, we are here to discuss a very bizarre entry to our podcast. Ultraman, the Ultimate Hero, also known as Ultraman Power, episodes 1 through 5. Yes.
Alrighty.
There's 13 episodes, so it's basically going to be a 3-segment season for us.
Yeah, here. Before we go on to Ultraman Teo.
Yeah. And in the off chance we do get a week in between us finishing this and starting that just means we get to get a week off. Finally.
Yeah.
All that cosmos we've done.
And thanks to the good people at Alliance Entertainment, formerly known as Mill Creek, they released both of the foreign Ultraman shows on Blu-ray, which we both have.
Yes.
So yes, we've got the Australian Ultraman Great, and we've got the American Ultraman Powered, which the latter is what obviously we'll be going over.
Yes, we have the Australian Ultraman made for America, and we have the American Ultraman that was never released in America.
I know, that's so weird how that works.
Ooh. Yeah, so much so that I honestly thought that both seasons were Australian. Yeah, let's get this guy from California, fly him out to Australia, have him film a TV show for us for 13 episodes, and then send him to Japan in order to live in a van with 3 other guys and a 14-year-old girl.
Phrasing?
Yeah, I was weirded out by that, watching Kamen Rider. And yes, I was in Japan while I was watching Kamen Rider. So, it all fits together. I'm watching a Japanese Ken Kosugi show in Japan and an American Ken Kosugi show in America.
Yeah. Ultraman Powered. Ever since I first became an Ultraman fan, post watching the Tiga dub as a child, I mean, when, finding out about like the whole history and whatnot, like early YouTube days, I have not heard very good things about Ultraman Powered, and that primarily comes from the fight choreography, which we'll get into. But that doesn't mean I don't think that it doesn't have its merits.
Yeah.
So basically after, Ultraman 80 was the last show of the Showa era for Ultraman. Because I'm sure most of us are aware that after Ultraman 80, there was a hiatus of Ultraman. And it wasn't until about 15 years later when Ultraman had its rebirth with Ultraman Tiga. But in between that, Tsuburaya decided, we'll keep Ultraman alive, but we'll do some foreign versions of it. Not adaptations, but basically foreign versions. Like we've got the USA movie that was made by Hanna-Barbera, which I still need to get the DVD of. And then, of course, the Australian, which is interesting. It's like, yeah, we'll have an Aussie version of Ultraman, mate. And then after that, they decided, okay, we'll make an American version. And we'll cast future Ninja Black as our main character.
Yep, he still has that flat top.
Yes.
Flat top. Yeah, it's like I swear he could have done a really good Polnareff back in the day, or at least Koichi from the second trimester of Diamonds Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got some interesting faces in this version. A lot of interesting cameos, especially in the third episode. First things first, the designs of the costumes in this show. It's like, how do I put this? If the original Ultraman was Nintendo Entertainment System, this would definitely be a Sega Genesis version where it's like, oh, the graphics are so much better, but somehow you're not going to do as well in the market.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're only 5 episodes in. This is my first time watching Power, even though I could have easily watched it years ago, but for some reason I didn't. It's not because of lack of interest. I just never got around to it. Anyways, honestly, I'm kind of mixed because, like I said, the fight choreography is not that impressive. And that's because when they made the suits, they were fragile and they didn't want to risk breaking them. So that's why the fight choreography is not very well in the show.
Yeah, it's like this. We know we've mentioned this when we discussed the original 66 Ultraman, where like he's always posed like he's a sumo wrestler, and yes, there is some judo involved in the original choreography, but here it's like we don't even get much of that. Like aside from the occasional flip from Ultraman himself, most of the fight choreography is just shoving, and more shoving.
Yeah, to where people call it the ultra shove.
The ultra shove. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's unfortunate because, I mean, on one hand, I understand not wanting to break the suits, but at the same time, it's like Toku suits go through a lot. They tend to get damaged. But at the same time, I think they visually look great.
Oh yeah, no, it's like I remember Michael Bacon's stunt double. Like he talked about how there's like 3 versions of there's like 3 versions of each of the VR Trooper suits. You got the school suit, the gym suit, and the church suit. And the church suit is basically the one you use on the promotional images. Where like this is the shiny version, like the cleanest ones. It's like, yeah, it's like you're wearing the school suit, maybe you're wearing the gym suit, but you're certainly treating it like it's the church suit, and that's kind of a problem because, and again, it's like it's been 30 years since the original, give or take, it's been 30 years since the original Ultraman. How, like, surely the material used to make the suits has significantly improved since then. I mean, just look at Kamen Rider Black RX, Zo, Shin, J, even like some of the more recent Metal Heroes of the 90s, and also the and even Super Sentai. It's like, how is it that they have no problem doing as much aggressive stunt work as they've done, but your suits can't handle it? And here's the thing, maybe we should have dipped in quality a little bit, just a little bit, to make the suits more more okay to break,
more agile.
Yeah, or maybe do the whole gym suit, church suit thing, and just make a second suit specifically for stunt work. It's like, surely if and I'm using American logic here, if kids are too stupid to tell the difference between Black RX and Zeto, surely they'll be dumb enough to not tell the difference between a fancy Gomora costume with a slightly less fancy Gomora costume. Just saying.
Yeah. Or
as far as church suits go, yes, these are beautiful church suits.
Yeah. Another good example of suit of actually, this would probably be the best example because it's still kaiju. The Heisei Godzilla movies were still going on when Ultraman Powered was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's mainly because these suits were not made in Japan; they were made in America in an American studio.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine like the materials that they had were different than the Japanese suits. I actually wonder if I'm not entirely sure if the powered or the kaiju suits still exist or not. I did hear that somebody did have them in their private collection, but I don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah.
But they look fantastic. I love the way the powered kaiju look. They for lack of a better term, they look a bit more realistic, more savage, for lack of better terms. You know what I'm going, right?
Yeah. Again, it's like Sega graphics compared to NES graphics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But with that said, our first episode begins with a mysterious spaceship flying towards the moon. And then we get our theme song, which... Okay, so I remember comments I've made about the original 66 Ultraman. Ironically, I have the opposite comments about this opening, where in the original, I loved the visual graphics of the opening, but hated the intro, just because like it feels way too like elementary school and gibber. It's like but yeah, no, but like this intro, like the music, I like a lot more, but the visuals are so goddamn boring. They're so boring.
Well, you had to cut corners somewhere. It's like, have the visuals in the opening look good, or have our kaiju visually look good?
It's like what Doug Walker said about Turbo Power Rangers movie. It's like, yeah, we had to spend the budget on Diva Tox's boobs and Johnny Young Bosch's hair. But yeah, it's like, well, see, visually, what was really cool about the 66 intro, you're gonna find us making a lot of comparisons between these two seasons. At bare minimum, in this batch of episodes, I don't know about later seasons, but this batch of episodes, what I liked about the visuals for the opening was, it used negative spacing for the kaiju, and like the graphics, like the background, like green screen style graphics was like visually stunning. You had really cool caricatures. It made you want to like really like see like the Dada, the Bolton, the Garumon, not Pigmon, Garumon, that looked more like a Garumon than it looked like a Pigmon, high key. Gomez, Jires, Gomora, like that was some really cool stuff. But here it's like, I mean, it's like, I like the kaiju designs here, but doesn't take advantage of the negative spacing. In fact, it does the opposite. So you have like a bland, solid colored background with illustrations of the kaiju. You're gonna start to notice it's all the kaiju from the show in order. Like in order. It makes me want to go back and watch the original opening just to see if that was also in order. But like here, it's like, yeah, we have the same 6 or so monsters in the first 5 episodes in the same sequence. Which means, yeah, there's going to be like a conjoined twin sea star monster eventually. We're going to get Gomora. We're going to have... not King Joe. What was that one? That electric one from
near
the end of the original Ultraman.
Is that the one?
Zeton, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
we're
King
clearly
Joe
gonna
is from
end the
Ultra 7.
we're clearly gonna end the show with Zeton. So spoilers.
For a show that's as old as me.
Yep. Yeah, hard to believe.
Yep. This
But
is my birth year, Ultraman.
yeah. My
Wow, I got lucky.
see,
Let's see. I got Die Ranger, Jan Person, Zeto, and Powered. Oh, and Gridman. And MMPR.
yeah. Yeah, I'm very unlucky because my well actually it's a mixed bag um because upside my birthrighter is Shin, but my birth Sentai is also Jew Ranger, so yeah, that kind of cancels out. Yeah.
Okay, but you also get Exceed Draft.
Yeah, I have not seen Exceed Draft.
I need to see
So
that myself. I'll have to get
yeah.
the Blu-ray from Discotech.
Yeah. And if I recall, Exceed Draft was literally the hardest season for me to get my hands on in all of the first 15 seasons of Metal Hero. So much so that of those 15 seasons, it's literally the last season that I had to acquire. And
Yeah.
you remember, I was physically and mentally suffering trying to get my hands on it.
Yeah. You know, I
Yeah.
remember 15 years ago when literally none of the Metal Hero shows were subtitled. Okay, except for the Space Sheriff trilogy. But back then, Gavan and Charivan, like I said, had the worst Hong Kong subs I ever read. And then Scheider had decent subs, but you could tell that they were still a bit off.
Yeah. Yeah. So after we get the opening sequence, we're introduced to our entire cast. You know what's interesting? They have the same logo as the SSCP, and there's 5 members. And low key, if you really think about it, it's the same 5 characters, but with one of them gender swapped.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely this show Powered. It definitely feels like an American version of the original while being its own thing at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Powered design is very similar to the original. Then again, so is Zolfi, Jack, Great. If you can tell the difference between all 5 of these Ultramen, you're a true fan.
Yeah. It honestly took me forever because they all have the same color schemes. You know, like, realistically, the only issue you'd have with Kamen Rider is just Ichigo and Nigo. Like, those are the only 2 you're going to really struggle with.
Yeah. I mean, with I mean, I can see it with Ultraman too. I mean, at a glance, original Zolfi, Jack, Great, and Powered might all look the same, but when you take a closer look, you can see the subtle differences.
Yeah.
I mean, like with Zolfi, he shows up in the last episode of the original. Very subtle differences from the original Ultraman. I don't know if it was like a budgetary thing or if they didn't know. Then again, they didn't know if Ultraman was going to continue on after that, besides having Ultra 7. And then, Ultraman Jack was originally supposed to be the original Ultraman, but then they got scrapped.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously Kai is the highest of the series because he's our heroic lead who becomes the Ultraman, not to be confused with Ultraman
aka Jonius.
Yeah. And of course, we have Commander Allen, who's Tachibana of the series. You got Julie Young, who is the Fuji of the season, the obligatory female character who's on the field. You have Sanders, who is supposed to be the Ide of the series, and put a pin on that.
Yep. What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Yeah. we're gonna have to put a pin on that. But let me finish cooking, and then of course, Arashi, just like in any other American toku of the '90s, is gender swapped with Teresa Beck, who is actually a pretty good character so far. Yeah. While Ida is my favorite in the '66 series, I would have to say Beck is my favorite in the first 5 episodes of Powered. So there's that. But yeah, basically same 5 characters, same 5 archetypes, and the reason behind it, it's like because you got the commander, you got the girl, you got the comic relief character, and you got the tech expert. So a bunch of police officers go to a warehouse, and then we hear a very familiar laugh. And for something, yes, Baltons! We get Baltons on the first episode. Yes. But and yes, they actually did a good job setting up the Boltons. They make it as a horrifying entity. It appears as a giant swarm, and even though the police are firing their guns at it, it's not having any effect on it. And we hear a blood curdling scream as we fade to back to our team.
Yeah. I figured that with Bolton being the first monster in this show, you'd be happy to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, what's it called? But yeah, so we do see like a unidentified flying object. We fire a laser at, but then a different unidentified flying object basically basically negates the beam, destroys the satellite, and crash lands on Earth. So we have to have 2 investigative teams. One to investigate the disappearance of the 2 police officers, and another to investigate the crash landing site. So we get Ellen and Sanders to investigate the warehouse, while Young and Kai go investigate the crash site. So basically, it's a rehash of the first episode. Mm-hmm. If the Boltons were the bad guys instead of, the thing from the first episode. Yeah, and not really much happens from here. It's like Sanders does use an infrared visor to determine that it's actually just one Bolton disguising itself as an entire swarm. But then Kai just falls into the crater and disappears, where he hears a bizarre voice and a red light. Yeah, so it's like, Kai, I'm from the planet M78. Not to be confused with that other planet. M71. Or the M51 galaxy. But yeah, so yeah, it's like I have intercepted your beam because it was about to destroy the Boltons. Why what's wrong with that? Because the Boltons are an evil race, and if you attack them, they will attack you more aggressively. So I made it so that when they do attack you, they do it slightly less aggressively. Okay, thanks. Anyways, I can't survive on your planet, so I'm gonna need you to solve this Rubik's Cube looking thing in order for me to possess your body and beat the Boltons in a children's card game. That doesn't make much sense. It's not supposed to. Wait a minute. This isn't for kids. Well, you see,
there's a simple explanation for that.
Look, a distraction.
So, and Powered, or he explains everything to Kai, but he promises him that even though he needs
won't
a host.
possess him.
Yeah. So, but here's the interesting thing. His henshin device is called the Beta Capsule. You know, another throwback to the original. But in the Japanese dub of this show, it's called the Flash Prism.
Interesting.
So, obviously, that makes me think of Flashman.
Flash, flash, flash,
Flash,
flash.
Flash.
Ultraman is powered up. Crash, 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 crash. Don't destroy the kaiju suits. You know that they are extremely expensive. Powered Ultraman, the ultimate hero.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Flashman definitely, as far as opening themes go, is definitely my favorite for the 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, so of course he uses the Beta Capsule, which looks less like a capsule and more like, well, I don't know, something that Gaia or even Justice would use. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, like he doesn't hold it straight up; he holds it horizontally, which is interesting.
yes. But yeah, so Ellen and Saunders follow the Bolton out and find a whole group of them. Of course, this is probably just another illusion that they created. But no, they combine into a giant Bolton. It's like, we need Ultraman power now. Again, like, expect a lot of Power Ranger references. Yeah. So, of course, as it's attacking the city, and I have to say, one, I like the new Bolton design. And two, the cityscape scene actually looks really good.
Yeah.
I
was just going to say that the practical effects in this show, for the most part, look fantastic.
It's just the choreography that just is a problem.
Yeah, I know. It's a huge shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Feels like wasted potential. Yeah, especially with the camera angles. They did a good... I'm going to put it to you like this. Like, as much as we're probably going to complain during the next 3 weeks about the show, this still looks better than Godzilla 98. Especially the cityscape scenes. Yeah. Yeah, so of course the Bolton shows is not affected by bazooka fire. Then a beam of light shows up, and that beam of light is, oh my god, it's like an angel. Dun, 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 dun. Click, click.
It's like
Johnny Young Bosch. Hi, it's me, Johnny Young Bosch, and I'm going to Bankai you to smithereens.
But Blazar didn't come out until 30 years after this show.
You know, I have to say, it's kind of weird how, like, I associate Johnny Young Bosch with Kane Kosugi more than I associate Alan with Kane or Johnny with Daigo. Isn't that weird? It's like you think the season 3 guy with the season 18 guy and the season 2 guy with the season 17 guy, but no, it's like, no, we got our wires crossed, like those ads for that string puzzle app game, you know, where it's like you're supposed to connect all 3 pairs of dots, and then you just make that huge diagonal line where it's like it's impossible to solve it. That's what it's like. It's like I associate Adam more with Jiraiya than Corcus with Jiraiya or Adam with Daigo. I don't know why. My brain just does. So, like, much like how mentally, when I watch Blazar, Gento's face, like when I'm imagining Gento, like my brain artificially constructs Johnny's face over his body, like Dio Brando. So too, this happened with Kane Kosugi, and I'm really sorry, Kane, if you're watching this. The dissociation is very difficult for me, especially since you're English speaking.
Yeah.
So
that giant red and silver man appears, and he's like a powered man that is ultra.
Yeah, he's super and awesome and ultra. He's super ultra special awesome. If only there was a simpler way of referring to how awesome he is.
I got it.
Well, we can't use what do we call him? Super? Nah, we can't call him Superman. Super's just not enough.
You're right. I got it. Ultraman powered.
Yeah. So, okay, really good camera angles. No question about it. Good camera angles. But they're just barely touching each other. Like, you get more action from Dexter and Mandark doing
Yeah, like when you look at the fight scenes in the show, it's like, okay, I understand the suits are fragile, but it's like, if you're gonna just like lightly have them like try to hit you and then like duck, you could at least speed up the footage.
Yeah, just like go, cut, react, action. Yeah, but yeah, no, I have to say, out of the 5 episodes, this is the best kaiju fight you're gonna see, and I think it's mostly because the night setting is doing it the most amount of favors, as well as the camera angles. But yes, he defeats the Bolton and the two Winner agents. Yes, that's the name of the organization, Winner.
Spelled WINR.
Yes. Yeah, they're like, what is he? Oh my god, he's so cool. Wait, the Bolton's attacking. It's like, it's like, we gotta make a distraction. Hey, look, a distraction. Oh. And then he just uses his spacing beam, which is more cross-shaped.
Yeah, I like how. Well, I mean, in the original Ultraman, it was meant to look like a cross because Eiji Tsuburaya was a devout Catholic. But here, I mean, it still has that cross shape.
Okay.
I mean, it still has that cross shape, but I like how it comes out of both of his arms.
Yes.
In fact, it's actually called the Mega Specium Beam.
Yeah. And he vaporizes the Bolton. Awesome.
Alrighty.
All right. Yeah. All's well that ends well. And then Young is woken up by Kai. It's like, Kai, I had the weirdest dream. You were dressed up as a cowboy, and then you lived in a van with 3 other guys and a 14-year-old girl, and then you had to fight a movie actor, and you were inside a giant frog. It was so weird. And then you had to
Young,
fight. Don't
make it sound weird.
And then you had to fight like these 3 teenagers and a demon. At a bathhouse? Seriously, Young, stop making it sound weird. Yeah. But yeah, they walk back to base. All's well that ends well. But who is this mysterious silver being? Find out next time on Ultraman. Wait a minute. Wrong season. You knew where this joke was going to go. I saw myself in time. So, second episode, we have the obligatory E-Day episode. You're not E-Day. You don't get to sit where he once sat. So Sanders is watching an old news report of him being interviewed about the silver giant that stopped the bug alien. Here's already where I'm starting to see issues with the cast. Sanders. Okay, the actor who plays Sanders. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he had a great acting career after this, but Ida is actually funny. You are more like Shinjo than Ide.
He's proto Shinjo.
Yeah. It's like he's trying to be funny, but he's not. It's really painful to look at, I'm gonna be honest. It's really disappointing because it really seems like individually each of these 5 actors are actually pretty good actors, but together, not a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
And I really want to like these guys. Not just because I'm going to meet King Kosugi and I'm going to have to look him straight in his face, as he's probably going to ask me what I thought of the season. And I'm not a liar. But I'm not going to, talk crap about an actor to his face either. I mean, don't get me wrong, Kai's heart is not really the weakest link on this chain. It's just maybe it could have gotten maybe if we had better writing or direction, something, bring out the best of these actors and characters. I mean, heck, same thing with Gotchard, because it's individually, these are all really good teenage actors, but they lack development for the most part.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that a lot of the acting in this show is flat.
Yeah. But yeah, some park ranger, thankfully not Javi's dad. He finds a guy in the middle of the road covered in not honey, not urine, but definitely something yellow and phosphorus. So yeah, our heroes go and try to track it down. Really not much happens here, but we do see the tale of a mysterious kaiju spewing yellow gas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sadly there's no snail dude saying toxic steam. Yeah, that's from Ninja Storm, by the way. Yeah.
Yep. That's not in the script.
But yes, we find out who is the monster that's causing this, and it's that one monster from, if I recall, episode 17 of the original Ultraman, where the one where it's its shell splits open.
No, that's in episode 5 of this show.
Right. No,
this is Chimera. You're thinking of Gabara.
No. No, they both have parts of their bodies that split open.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Gabara, it's on his face. Chimera, it's on his back.
Yeah. Weird that we never see these two kaiju together. Yeah. So
and again, another impressive kaiju design. But the fights in this episode is nothing to write home about.
Yeah. So we've got to do something about that toxic gas, and something about this kaiju, and we're having some electronical errors going on when we try to lift the thing out of its hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's there left to do but for Kai to go to the scene, and guess what's gonna happen? But I have to say, camera work still amazing. This one scene where they're flying, and then as the camera's zooming in on the foliage, the kaiju shows up from out of nowhere, it's a Universal Studios ride. That is a fantastic shot. It's something straight out of George Lucas. it's like, why is it that just like all these amazing camera angles, but never like good choreography? This really hurts me, man. This really hurts me. So yeah, they try to Kai tries to like use bait to like lure it away, which is great, but then he seemingly injures himself, and he because he crashes his car, and then he uses the distraction to become Ultraman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's barely any fighting. He just kind of holds Kimura and then has his lower tail ass brain shown so that they can shoot it and kill it. Okay?
Wait. So they perform proctology on it?
I guess.
Yada yada.
Yeah.
Yada yada.
So they defeat the monster, they find Kai, and they're like, but who is the giant? And he's like, he's the ultimate Superman.
But we can't call him that because Super's not enough. Let's call him an Ultraman. Ultraman,
Yeah.
well, he's not a woman.
Well, obviously that's not Yulian or Mother of Ultra, so.
Yeah. Again, 4 kids level of writing.
Oh, you mean like when they were trying to oh gosh, I remember when they did that scene to where they were trying to name Ultraman Tiga, and then one of the characters said, we'll just call him Pajama Man.
Yikes. Yeah, it was Shinjo, wasn't it?
It might have been. It's been a long time. I tried to watch some years ago. I tried to watch the Tiga dub again. I gave up as soon as they showed that Iruma was a dumb broad.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Commander? Golf is incredibly boring, and the 70s must never make a comeback. All right. And episode 3 is where we find a little bit of inconsistency, because in some episodes we start with the cold opening and then do the opening, while in other episodes we just go straight to the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, another thing to notice that we haven't brought up is that the episode lengths are much longer compared to what we're used to. Like most Ultraman series, up until a certain point, were like 90 minutes. That's right, 20 minutes. Let's say 19 plus change, so 20 minutes. Heck, Super Sentai Die Ranger is 20 minutes in length. Cock Ranger is also 20 minutes. American Power Rangers 20 minutes. I know at some point things become longer where now it's like 23 and a half minutes. And I noticed for Power Rangers it happened during the Disney era.
Yeah. Yeah, with Super Sentai from Changeman to like the first fourth or so of Mega Ranger is when they were 20 minutes long. But then when they switched the time slot for Mega Ranger, that's when they had it go from 20 minutes to like 24 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened like after that, where suddenly everything was, even the original Pokemon was 20 minutes, and then they made it longer where like all anime is 23 and a half minutes. Even Dragon Ball Super made a reference to that. Well, Lord Beerus, it would take me 23 and a half minutes to get to the Kai homeworld. That's about the length of an episode of an anime.
Standard anime episode.
Yeah, so this episode we have a celebrity cameo playing an exploitative cinematographer. Oh, mate, you're not Steve Owen. Steve Owen actually had some respect for them crocodiles. You're just a douchebag who's trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah, so apparently they're in South America, but I don't know which country in South America. Are they in Brazil or are they in Peru? What?
I mean, even winter arbitrarily in the United States and we only know this because their Hummer has an American flag on it.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're also somewhere in California because we do see that one map showing where the crater landed.
Yeah.
But for some reason, this looks nothing like Vasquez Rock.
Yeah. So they're trying to do a documentary on some kaiju. So we've got like a green dragon bird thing called Chandler. Oh gosh, no, not that Chandler, not that one. We're not going there. And then Red King shows up too, and they have a battle. And by battle,
Kaiju should
I
not be
mean,
fighting, not like this.
yeah,
It
they're
needs
just
to be
like
more violent.
eh.
Yeah, so much so that even he's like, "Come on, you barely do anything." Oh my god! Just realized, is this filmmaker us? Is he representing us, the audience, and our jadedness with this show? Only 3 episodes in.
Wow.
But things are heavier. And of course, some South American guys like, ay, esto es Rayo Rojo. Rayo Rojo. Rayo Rojo. What's Ray Rojo? It's Red King! And a giant yellow monster shows up. Oh, wow. A yellow Red King. Haven't seen that before. I've seen a white one. I've seen a green one. I've seen a black one, which is not Black King.
It's true.
But we've never seen a yellow Red King before. Oh, man.
Just wait until later in this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Red King and the green look, man.
Chandler.
It's clear. I was gonna say Parrotmon, but Parrot Drummond or whatever. That thing from Hidden View Terrace. Yeah. So, and I have to say, the design for Red King here feels like that skeleton kaiju that was kicking rocks. You know the one.
Yes.
The really cute one.
Yeah, the white bone monster.
Yeah, the bone one. Yeah. Yeah. It's the sphenoid cavity, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everyone's injured and have to hide in a cave. And then inside the cave they find the original Sonic version of Pigmon.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This version of Pigmon, while the suit is impressive, don't get me wrong, it's friggin' ugly.
It is. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still gonna pet it because Pigmon are cute regardless. But yes, like the design contrast is like seeing Sonic with Sonic.
Oh shoot. 33 years ago, give or take, we should have bullied Tsuburaya into changing Pigmon's design to make him look better.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, kaiju designs look amazing. And it's like, we gotta film this thing. Why are you filming me? Film them. Yeah. But then and like it's like Bigfoot in our culture. It's like, Bigfoot, you say? Oh man, I gotta get a film of this. Come on, you always want to see Nessie, right? I'm like, dude, no. Just no. No, Nessie's from Scotland.
You're in South America. I don't know which country because the show doesn't specify.
If anything, where's the Chupacabra, which is Mexican, but still, it would be geographically closer than Bigfoot. And again, Americans, they don't know Latin American countries apart from each other, so it may as well be Chupacabra. Yeah, see, I'm making fun of our own racism. Yeah. So our heroes finally show up, only to find, oh my god, there's another kaiju here. Yeah, Ultraman shows up, and he's fighting the yellow Red King. He's like trying to stop it by like first giving it the hand before he throws hands. And by throws hands,
and then a red king shows up. He's finally red, everybody.
All we need is a blue one.
A blue Red King.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, speaking of this Red King suit, you want to know what my favorite behind-the-scenes fact about Ultraman Powered is?
Yeah.
Get this. And it's about this particular episode. They had a limited time to film because they had a deadline. So before they filmed this particular episode, they thought that they had everything that they needed onto the truck to transport to their filming location. They then found out they needed the Red King suit, but they couldn't take the truck back because of the deadline. So one of the people who worked on the show actually took the whole ass kaiju suit and shoved it into her Honda Civic. And there is a picture of the suit sticking out of the car. And she had to drive it all the way to the filming location.
Damn.
That's nuts. I was actually going to send you the picture to show on here for this podcast, but I wanted to see what your reaction to that information was.
That would have been insane. I'm just imagining it. All that's missing is Johnny Young Bosch riding it on the rooftop of the car, trying not to die.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. But yeah, there's two Red Kings, and one of them's actually red. I still can't believe it.
Yeah. Okay, so is the red one male and the greenish yellow one female then?
Not clear. But at least the red one actually looks like something out of Metroid.
And once again, I do like the design of this version of Red King.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna lie. There's one particular shot where the yellow Red King is off in the distance, panting while Ultraman is operative were trying to fight the Red King in the background. I swear, from the angle, it looks like they're trying to make it look like the Yellow King is bigger than the two of them combined. I know that's not what's actually happening, but I'm just saying, it looks like that's what they're trying to do, even though it's not what they're actually trying to do. It just looks that way. It's hilarious.
Yeah. And then at one point, the yellow green king, lime king, red queen, I don't know. Regardless, they're like, okay, we don't want to have too fast fight choreography because we don't want to damage the suits. But yeah, they throw the whole ass suit off of the cliff. Yep. And we see it roll and tumble over.
In slow motion, no less.
And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if these Red Kings are somewhere between 50 to 60 meters, how tall is this cliff?
Yeah. Furthermore, why is the entire fight feel like it's in slow motion? Not just because of the choreography. I mean just the speed of movement of all the characters. Even when they're the only character on screen, it's am I watching this at its low playback? So I have to check the playback all over again. And no, it's ×1. It's the correct playback. But yeah, so the Red King is mourning for the yellow Red King. He's so sad. It's oh. But the color timer's going off, so we've got to wrap up the episode.
Yeah. Also, interesting detail that I noticed. Powered always starts his fights with blue eyes, not with the white dragon, though. But when his color timer starts blinking, his eyes turn red.
Yeah. But sometimes his eyes do turn white, though.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Well, red, white, and blue? Well, he is the American Ultraman.
Yeah. Well, it could be worse. At least he's a French Ultraman. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm
yeah,
sure
no,
they got
we got
French dubs of Ultraman back in the day.
so much like so much like in Jurassic Park, we have to get out of here. We've been stranded here. We're finally getting out of here, and they leave Pigmon behind, and Pigmon looks sad. And that's the end of the episode.
Yep.
Yikes! I mean, I do feel bad for Pigmon. He does look sad. It's like he's probably gotten attached to these human characters. I get it. You got to stay in your environment, you know, like you got to be careful, safe. All right, moving on to episode 4. Oh my god, it's almost an hour into the podcast. Still have 2 whole episodes left. feels weird how we were able to knock out 5 episodes of Cosmos in like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I suppose part of it is because this is a new series that we started, and so of course we need to talk about like, a bit of production history, some fun facts, things like that.
But also we're just really hung up on like the anachronisms of this series. Yeah, so the episode starts off with 2 of our winners going into a cave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where supposed earthquakes are happening. Or are they?
Where are they? But then somehow Kai gets separated and he's trapped in like this dark dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, with like these underground people that actually look cool.
Yeah. I guess these are supposed to be mole men, but they're not moles.
Yeah. And apparently they think that Powered is their god, and they call him, what was it, Eldra?
The light.
Yeah. Oh, I swear to God, is this the Society of Light from GX again?
Oh, jeez. And I thought we just got out of Johnny's closet.
Yeah. Okay, where's Sayo? Where is he?
Yeah. Yeah. House Sartorial.
Yeah. Sayo, Sartorius, potato.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course everyone's like, "Where's Kai? Where's Kai?" And it's like, and then of course Eldrin is like, "Don't worry, we'll find Kai. He could take care of himself. He's a big boy." I don't know. I just don't want him to spend an entire year inside a van with 3 other sweaty guys and a 14-year-old girl.
Will you stop that? Yeah, so the mole people, I don't know what they're called, so I'm just going to call them that. I like the way they speak, too. It actually makes them seem kind of creepy, in a good way. So apparently they are in control of Teleston, which I actually do have the powered version right here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I found it at G-Fest a few years ago. I think I got it for like $10 or $15. It's made out of hard vinyl.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, let's get a good look at that thing.
There we go.
Yeah. It looks.
Yeah, this thing's as old as me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Made out of hard vinyl, and I really like the design and the color scheme, like the bluish and silver.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I mean, the toy certainly looks better than the actual suit, but
not gonna lie, this is actually my favorite design for Teleston. I mean, the original one's okay, but it's not one of my favorites. But the powered version definitely looks awesome.
Yeah, the official media actually refers to them as powered Bolton, powered Red King, powered Telestar.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure we're going to get Powered Dada. But
yes.
But not going to lie, these mole people, they give me M1 vibes, but less cute.
Yeah. Yeah, so, Kai at one, they're trying to deal with Teleston. They're like, okay, it doesn't like bright light. But then Kai just basically tells off the mole people, like, you talk about the lights, but you'll never. It was something along the lines of,
it's always been here long before even my people existed.
Why
are you now showing up?
Yeah. Well, I was going to go to the part to where he said that you'll never be able to get the light of Ultraman. You know, like that part.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
for some reason, they're like, show us then. And give him his beta flash prism thing.
Yeah.
And then he turns into Ultraman and fights this guy. And the fight choreography in this episode is slightly better than the other ones in this.
Yeah, he actually used some Kung Fu for once.
Yeah. Honestly, this episode in particular, out of this batch, I actually thought was the best so far.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I still say episode 1 is the best one, but I would say as far as episodes 2 through 5 go, yeah, episode 4 is definitely superior.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, like we tried, and of course our human characters try to use their winter missiles, but they don't work. We get reprimanded from the obligatory government character. Like, no, let us take care of it. Well, you better take care of it, or I'll find someone who can. Yeah, poor Eldrin. It's like same old story, same old song and dance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or as one of my friends would say, same crap, different toilet.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, he defeats Tellus Dawn, and then he's like, Kai is like, oh, Kai, you're back. Yeah, I somehow got separated, and I was in the dark cave for a while. And that one guy whose name I forget helped me out.
Yeah.
That's
oh,
totally
yeah. Ultraman caught me as I was falling. How convenient.
Yeah.
No, this could be a recurring excuse, so you're going to hear it a lot from us.
Yeah.
But yeah, much like in the first episode, yes, we get some really good camera work with the cityscape.
Indeed.
But yeah, we use the Evangelion beam to blow it up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's basically the end of that episode. The next one and the last episode for tonight.
Yes. Oh my God, can't believe it. We covered that last episode so quickly. Yeah, a trucker is on his way to Little China, but he runs into some trouble, and not from a rabbit hole. No, it's a sinkhole. But part of the problem is his truck has uranium in it. Ooh. Yeah. So, yeah, like uranium. Yeah, I remember when plutonium was a big deal. But yes, so he's transporting uranium, and he gets pulled into a sinkhole along with his 18-wheeler. And yeah, this is where I was like the most confused, because I was so used to the last couple of episodes straight up starting with the opening that it just felt weird that we have like an opening that we have like an actual scene from the show before the opening. I'm like,
yeah, I know what you mean, because when I watched it, I thought to myself, oh, did I because I watch it on my PS4. That's my only Blu-ray player.
yeah.
So I'm like, oh, did I accidentally press one of the buttons on the controller? So I rewinded it. Well, I went back a chapter. I'm like, oh, okay, it's one of those.
I was so confused. That's another issue. It's like, please be consistent. Yeah. But yeah, we go to a construction site where, yeah, we're supposed to get a uranium shipment, but the truck's not there. He disappeared. What's going on? It's like, maybe there's a kaiju underneath. There's no such thing as kaiju. I'm like, sir, excuse me, but where were you in the last month?
Monster came out and threatened my mommy.
Now you know, dear, there's no such thing as
No,
monsters.
dear, there's no such thing as monsters.
Yeah. So of course we still investigate because we kind of have to. And then a giant kaiju shows up.
Oh, hi, Gabara.
Good to see you. And you look very different than usual. Not gonna lie though, I kind of like the design where he kind of looks like a platypus. At least when he's shelled up.
Yeah. Yeah. A platypus? Gobber the platypus!
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy who's at the uranium site, he outright gets, like, they don't show it, but they strongly imply it. He gets crushed by under Gabara's foot.
Oh, like
he's
Jet? Yeah, so Kai tries to like transform, but a young like shows up. It's like, Kai, we have to help the guy. Yeah. Okay. So she gets on her jet. Thankfully, there's no sharks involved. And while he goes into what looks like an outhouse, but it's actually a storage unit full of explosives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, it has a hard-headed shell thing that makes it difficult to penetrate. But we do see its face. And I have to say, that's one ugly. Yeah.
Oh, yes. I know I've said it an amount of times before, but I love the design of the kaiju in this show.
Yeah. Especially this thing's face. So yeah, we're at a nuclear facility now, and like basically, we have to activate the nuclear reactor in order to lure this thing over, but then we have to deactivate it really fast, so we don't have a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, we try to create a uranium missile. Hopefully it won't be made out of pinball parts. Yeah. So then we tried to fight this kaiju, and it's attacking a nuclear power plant. Okay. But our missiles aren't doing squat. Yeah. If only there was someone with superpowers. But when super's just not enough, he needs to be extra powered.
So what do? You do the prism. Super Henge Dora. It's Ultraman. Just Ultraman. Just say hello to Ultraman.
Yeah, it's Morphin time. Ultra power. Go Ultraman.
Yep. Power of powered.
Yeah. We need Ultraman powered now.
Yep. By the power of Grayskull. No, by the power of the Ultra Spark. I am powered.
Yeah. Forces of light, empower me. Take me back to my giant dimensions. Yeah. So we fight this kaiju, and we actually use some Kirk Fu on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yes, he gets backflipped. Judo flip, chop, 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 chop. Judo flip, chop, 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 chop.
Yep. Meanwhile, the core is about to melt down, and it's dangerously close.
Yeah. Ironically, the core gets saved by, you guessed it, duct tape.
If only.
Yeah.
Something along the lines of, well, you got a problem? Duct it.
Yeah. It's like, Kira, how did you fix it? Simple. Got a problem? Just duct it. Yeah. Man, I love that show.
The S-Force.
Ham wrapped in pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you forgot the Ultra Chicks.
I love how the last chick, when she's transforming, is still just spinning around for a while.
And everyone's like waiting for her. Yeah.
Someone needs to make a 10-hour loop of that.
Even Jamie's is waiting, like, with a straight face.
Yeah.
And that's Jamie. That's saying something.
I know, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. I think someone actually made a 2-hour loop of that.
Yep.
Actually, I'm curious. Like, I want to actually like look this up. Hold on. Ultra Chicks Loop. I doubt it. I mean, there's the episode, 24 minutes. Hold on. Transformation loop. Yeah, there's a transformation sequence, which is an hour and 6 minutes. But no, sorry, a minute and 6 seconds. But it may as well have been an hour and 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course it's like, and of course this kaiju tries to make Ultraman its bottom bitch, but of course that's just an opportunity for him to say bottoms up.
That was cool how he defeated Gabara.
Yes, credit where it's due. It's cool how he defeated it.
Yep, and he did have to forcefully combine the Zorps as a part of his body.
Yeah, and that's basically the episode. We do have a brief moment of like, oh yeah, we got to pick up Eldrin because he's on foot, but there's not really much to say on that matter. But it's like, but at least
and they make the reactor cool down to where it doesn't explode somehow.
Yeah, again, duct tape.
Yes, the solution to all of life's problems.
42 pieces of duct tape.
Well, all right. We got through first 5 episodes of Powered.
8 more to go. I can't believe it. We have only 8 more episodes to go. It sounds exciting when you remember, until you remember, oh yeah, I'm only a third into the show. Funny how the concept of 8 episodes can change based on context. Like on one hand, it's like 8 episodes in a 65 episode show feels like, oh my god, we're almost there. But then on a 13 episode show, 8 episodes like, oh my god, we still have 8 episodes left.
Yeah. Well, putting aside the poor fight choreography, there are things I do legitimately like about this show so far.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, obviously it could be better, but credit to where credit is due.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say the first episode, definitely a 9. Really great start. Episode 2, I have to give it a 7. It's a very quick drop because this is where you really notice the problems with the show. Episode 3, I give it an 8 because again, Pigmon, and we finally get a Red King that's actually red. But what's keeping it from being a 9 or a 10 is the choreography. Heck, you even have a human villain that's actually a very interesting human villain. But again, choreography really drags things down. Episode 4, I give it an 8 because, again, some interesting concepts, really good cityscape, and better fight choreography. But again, not much else to bring home to the table. And then back to 7 with the last episode because aside from literally that finishing move, this episode was just not that great.
Yeah. Let's see now. 7.5. 7. Probably another 7. 8 for episode 4. I thought that was the best episode of this bunch. And then I guess another 7.5. Like, I mean, I don't dislike the show. Like I said, there's things I legitimately like. I just think it could have been better, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my score for this batch of episodes.
Yeah. So, 8 episodes to go. Let's do this. We got 2 weeks to finish this series. All right, let's see what the comments have to say. Oh boy, Here we go.
Ready to go count 0?
Okay. Ultra species. Oh my god. It's the Kamen Ranger outro.
Yeah.
Ultraman,
Ultraman, spacey, beam. Dash, dash.
Ultraman, beta capsule. Yeah. All right, and we have one more comment. If you both like Star Wars, do you think Keanu Reeves would play a great Darth Revan? And if you've watched the Mall Shadow Lords, do you think that the Pink Twilight? Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I did not watch any Star Wars after either Clone Wars season 7 or Mandalorian season 2, whichever one came later. I did not watch Book of Boba. I did not watch Ahsoka. I did not watch Acolytes. Like I'm mostly just the movies guy. Okay, and heck, I didn't even watch the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. And I'm concerned that if I do watch it, I'm probably going to be lost because I did not watch season 3 of Mandalorian. So, I can't really say much to that. Keanu Reeves playing any Sith Lord. I don't know. I feel like Keanu is very typecast to be a babyface, so I can't except for that one version of Much Too Bad Nothing where he played Don John. But other than that one movie where he played Don John, Keanu never really played a villain, I think if Ian McKellen played a Sith Lord, that would be pretty cool. But Keanu, I don't know. Maybe if Keanu played a Gray, I could see that. But, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah, I am a fan of Star Wars. Like Boken Kabuto here, I'm mainly just the movies guy. I have not seen, other than the Disney trilogy movies, I have not seen anything else that Disney has made for Star Wars. And I'm not saying that it's because I think they're crap. I haven't watched them, so I don't have an opinion on them.
Exactly. It's like you have the right to not watch a medium, but in exchange, you'll also deprive yourself of, you revoke the right to say that the medium is good or bad. And as long as you agree to those terms, you're good. But if you did watch the medium, then yes, then you have the right to say it was good, it was bad. Prior to today, I can't say Ultraman Power is good or bad because I've never seen Ultraman Power. But now that I have watched the first 5 episodes, I could actually say I like these episodes, I dislike these episodes. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. I mean, I do like the first 6 movies. I've only seen the Disney trilogy, each one of them once. There were things that I liked about them and disliked about them. I might have to watch them again to get a better opinion, but I definitely like the first 6 movies. Also, I don't think that the prequels are as bad as people make them out to be. Yes, they have flaws. Yes, it has weird dialogue, but I think people just blow the hate for them out of proportion.
Yeah. It's like one of those things that grow on you eventually. I wish I could like the sequel trilogy, but I just could not get into it. I did watch all 3 movies in theaters many a times on the opening weekend. I was that dedicated to watching the sequel trilogy, Rogue One, I had to watch it a little bit later compared to it's it is what it is. And by the way, to anyone who says that Ultraman's like Power Rangers, which is taboo to say, then you force me to say that Star Wars is like Stargate. You made me say it, You made me say it. Yeah.
No, long story short, Ultraman came out in 1966. Kamen Rider came out in 1971. Super Sentai, which was Power Rangers source material, came out in 1975.
75.
And then we took the 16th season, Jew Ranger, and not Jew as in Judaism, Jew is Japanese for beast. And then we adapted that into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in 1993. So,
yeah, although someone did make a joke where they did the Jew Ranger opening, but with Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, Sarah Silverman.
I remember back in the day when, I don't know, is this site still around? YTMND, You're the Man Now Dog, where somebody took the Jew Ranger opening but made it Jew Ranger and put in misheard lyrics in.
I don't know about misheard lyrics, but for the cast reveal, they had Adam Sandler, Jerry Seinfeld, unfortunately Rob Schneider, Sarah Silverman. I don't remember who the Yellow Ranger was supposed to be, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Yeah. You got a Keanu Reeves poster behind you. Yes. Speed, the greatest film of all time. 1994, best year in the cinema. You got The Mask. I also have a poster of True Lies, the last great movie by what's his name, James Cameron. Well,
Bravest Pioneer.
There's also Battle Angel Alita, but other than that one movie, yeah, he hasn't made any good movies since 1994. Titanic sucked. Terminator 3 sucked. Terminator 6 sucked. The Avatar trilogy was not as good as everyone says they are. And yeah, those are that's the entire list of all the movies that he has made in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and of course, the cult classic, The Crow. May Brandon rest in peace. So yeah, 94, great year in film. And of course, you can't have the obscure duo of movies, Chase and Naked Gun 33 1/3. These two movies came out 2 weeks apart from each other, and they would later end up being connected by a real life event that would happen later in June. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the comments, guys. We hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to comment, like, subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. We discuss Ultraman Powered, as well as Kamen Rider Zets, Kamen Rider Ryuki, and Super Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity. Check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we discuss movies, TV shows, video game news, vlogs, interviews, and all other kinds of things. The movie. And of course, if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at Power Morphicon August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center. Be there because we got Sally Martin, John Tui, we got the Thunder Bros, Kei Kosugi. Yes, this guy that we spent the last hour and a half talking about. This guy right here is gonna be at the convention.
And he fought this guy, technically,
in this episode. Yeah, so definitely go there to say hi to him and say, hey, we watched a podcast about that TV show you were in back in the 90s. Not the one where you're with three other guys and a teenage girl in a bus.
Stop!
That's gonna be like a running joke. I still can't get over it because Tsuruhime is literally the most mature member of the squad. And Haiki, the main character. I cannot stress enough how much of the main character she is that season. But we hope that you have a great rest of your week. We love you. Happy June. And it's almost summer vacation for a lot of y'all. So We hope you have a fantastic Dad and Grad. Have a good one. Goodbye.
See y'all later.